Alright guys, it's finally time to talk about the Joker, which I have been really wondering about. Whenever this movie was announced, I was like, it's got Martin Scorsese producing it. It's gonna be one of those comic book movies that's more gritty and down to earth. And going into the movie, I was really thinking, oh, this will be fine. I bet it'll be a fine movie, honestly. And then I didn't get to see this opening night. It's been a couple days since it's been released. So I have heard from people all over, friends, all over the internet that are telling me, you've got to see this. This movie's incredible. It's so great. And I was really anticipating it because I really do, whether or not the DC movies are, some of them are not great, some of them are fine, some of them are great. I always enjoy watching DC movies, even though I've only got an affiliation with the movies. Like, I haven't read any DC comics, so I'm not the one to talk about for that. But for DC in general and the film franchises, I do like it watching these movies. I am interested in every DC movie coming out. So this one I was interested in, and I really like the fact that this is a movie that is just on its own. It is on its own standalone movie about the Joker, and starring Joaquin Phoenix, who is most definitely the star here. The thing about this movie with Joaquin Phoenix is that, man, like, I know people love Heath Ledger, and I haven't seen The Dark Knight in a couple years, so I need to rewatch it because I really don't remember. If how Heath Ledger was in that movie, honestly. I remember he was good, but I don't remember honestly everything about him in the movie. So watching this movie now in this time and this as this video is made, in my opinion, this is the best Joker, like in terms of like the horrific like grittiness. This performance by Joaquin Phoenix, like, I didn't even realize the movie was doing this. Like, even though it's supposed to be doing this, it didn't even faze me that whenever I got to the climax of the movie, where I won't say anything about it, this is spoiler free, but there is at the climax of the movie, it's building up to something. And I realized in my head while it was happening, oh my god, I'm really actually nervous and actually scared. And of what is going on in the movie because of Joaquin's performance. And it genuinely got me where I was just like, he's really fantastic in this movie, and he really sells it, and he is horrifying. I think his laugh in the movie is terrifying. And I love the fact that this is an origin story for the Joker. And the way that they play with this character and its origin, again, I haven't read any of the comics, so I don't know anything about the comics. But the way they play the origin with the Joker in this movie, where they keep, like, back and forthing it, like, is this his backstory? Is this his backstory? I really like that. I thought that was really well done and really cool. And I really enjoyed that. And like everyone says with this movie, it is not for kids. This movie is most definitely an R-rated movie, and watching this movie, I was honestly shocked. Like, and I shouldn't be, because, like, it's the Joker, he's a maniac, but, like, what the movie does is shocking and terrifying, and it really got me in a way where I really love this movie. This movie was so good, and, again, I've loved DC movies. I've not liked some DC movies. I've thought some are okay. This one is one of the best that I've seen. This one really did blow me away, and it just is horrifying. It is a horrifying representation of this sympathetic character who is insane, but like they do a fantastic job with the performance, with the acting, and with playing around with his backstory, that it really does a great job of building up this kind of mystery to it that I didn't realize was in the movie as well. Because you do sympathize with this character in a way where it really works, and you really do. Like, for me, I really did feel sympathy for this character. Again, Joaquin is great in this movie, and it just really scary. And overall, this is just such a grounded movie that it feels like it's not even a DC movie in terms of, like, the most current, like, DC films that have come out. It feels nothing like those. This is not a CG movie at all in any way. This is also filmed like it is from, let's say, 60s, 70s at the latest. And we even get the classic Warner Brothers logo at the beginning, which I love when they do that in movies, where they put the classic logo for a movie, so it feels like it's from that time period. And this one feels so much like it's from that time period, whatever it is, 60s or 70s. But just really, really love this movie. Really love Joaquin Phoenix. Robert De Niro as well is great. Like, I'm glad to see him in another movie that's really good. The last movie I think I saw him in was Dirty Grandpa, which was like that comedy with like him and like Zac Efron and like Aubrey Plaza. But I haven't seen him do anything serious, and I know that he's doing The Irishman, like Scorsese's The Irishman that's coming out soon. But I haven't seen him do anything serious for a while, and he's a great actor, and I really like him in this movie. I think he's really, like, he could read the phone book and I'd be interested in like his performance, because Robert De Niro is great in anything I've seen him in. So really love De Niro as well. The other actors are good. Like Zazie Beetz is good as well as this other character, which I won't really say anything about, but she's good as well. And just, again, acting-wise, acting is great, particularly from Joaquin and Robert De Niro. This is a vicious, cruel movie. It does a fantastic job of building up this psychopath in a way where it feels so realistic and grounded, and in a way where you feel sympathy for this horrible tragedy this character goes through to become this to transform into this literal psychopath. And it is really, really well done, and just everything about this movie was great. I think this is one of the best movies of the year. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, this is a comic book movie, so it's not going to be in the same caliber as other movies. Well, I'll tell you what, like, look at this movie and see, just because it's based on a comic book property doesn't mean it's it doesn't mean it's just going to be like a movie full of fluff, like, say, a Marvel movie. Most Marvel movies, which I love the Marvel films, but they are a lot of fluff and just blockbuster fun, and that's fine for me. But this is not that. This is a gritty, cruel movie, and I loved every minute of it. This was fantastic. So this is one of my favorite movies of the year. I feel like even if you're not a fan of comic book movies, I feel like this one might sway you. I really, really love this movie. So yeah, go out and see The Joker, which I know it's already making a lot of money anyways because it's a DC movie, but really, really love The Joker. This was an awesome, awesome watch. So that is my review. Tell me down below what you guys think of The Joker, and thank you guys so much for watching.